Active Routes to School is a North Carolina Safe Routes to School project supported by a partnership with the North Carolina Department of Transportation and the North Carolina Division of Public Health. Through this project, there are 10 Active Routes to School project coordinators throughout the state of North Carolina to make it easier to get the word out. Joining us today is Jennifer Delcourt, the Active Routes to School Regional Coordinator for Wake County with the Public Health Division of the Wake County Human Services. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me, Eric.
Jennifer, first of all, can you describe a little bit about the Active Routes to School project?
Yeah, and you actually gave a really good overview yourself as well, so thank you. We are part of North Carolina's Safe Routes to School program, which has been in the state since 2005, and it's a really unique partnership between those two agencies at the state level that you mentioned, the North Carolina Department of Transportation and the Division of Public Health. There's no project like that to our knowledge anywhere else in the country, which is really exciting. So I'm one of 10 coordinators placed across the state, and we work in a regional capacity. So I actually work with 8 other counties in addition to Wake County, and Wake County Human Services is the lead agency for that project in this region. So I'm part of the Public Health Division.
What is the goal of the project?
Well, the overall goal of the project is to make it easier for more students in grades K through 8 to safely walk and bike to school. So really what we're trying to do is to make safe active to school more feasible by creating a safe and welcoming environment for that, and hopefully also working a little bit to decrease traffic congestion around schools. So our focus really is on safety and health.
And what are the main objectives of the initiative?
So there are 5 things that we try to do through the project. Number 1 is to build awareness about Active Routes to School and to encourage students to have fun on the route to school and on the walk home. The second thing that we really try to focus on is education, and so that would be educating students using tools like the Let's Go and See curriculum, which you can find online, and also educating the community about safe, active travel to school. The third thing that we really focus on is helping schools to take the step from doing an event once a year to doing an ongoing program and encouraging students to walk and bike on a regular basis. And the fourth thing that we look at doing is increasing policy support for walking and biking to school. So that might be at the school level. And the last thing that we really look for is safety features around schools and looking at ways that we can increase the safety features like crosswalks that are there to help students be safe.
And what has this project accomplished so far in the county?
Yeah, well, we've done a lot so far, but I want to highlight 2 things in particular. The first is that we were able to work with NCDOT Division 5 to put in a crosswalk out near Forestville Road Elementary School in Knightdale, and there's actually a community center at that school, so it's not just students who need to safely access the school, it's the community as well. And so the second accomplishment I really want to highlight is that last year for International Walk to School Day in October, I worked with the City of Raleigh and Raleigh Police Department to do a Walk to School Day out at Harris Creek Elementary School. And we were blessed with the participation of Madam Secretary Adlo Navash from the North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services, as well as the Public Health Division Director, Sue Lynn Ledford, and we also had the North Carolina Safe Routes to School Coordinator, Ed Johnson. And in addition to that, of course, the most important part is that we had over 100 students and parents there walking to school that day. So it was a really fun day, and it was great.
What are some of the plans for the future for this project?
I'm glad you asked that as well. There's a lot of things that we're working on right now, and I'm going to highlight 2 here as well. The first one is that Active Routes to School is a partner in a larger 4-year project to focus on safe routes to school in Wake County, and that's being funded by the John Rex Endowment. And so we're working with organizations like the Capital Area Metropolitan Planning Organization and the lead agency, the UNC Highway Safety Research Center. So we think a lot of good things are going to come out of that project. And the second thing I want to highlight is that there's a new school being built in Apex right now called Scotts Ridge Elementary, and the neighborhood is really interested in being able to walk and bike to school. So we're working with them right now to find a way to create a walking school bus program that will operate on a daily basis for at least part of the school year. So I think that's a really exciting opportunity for Safe Routes to School in Wake County.
And before we let you go, are there any dates that citizens should be aware of coming up?
Yes, definitely. So National Bike to School Day is happening on May 6th, which is a Wednesday, and I would highly encourage students to get out there and try biking to school if that is safe for them to do. And if your school is having an event, I would also encourage you to go register that event at walkbiketoschool.org. Schools that register their events can be eligible to win prizes, including bikes.
Jennifer Delcourt, Active Routes to School Regional Coordinator, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me, Eric.